Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Arwen Herman. We're here at Adtech New York, and we're going to take a look at Israeli innovation. Let's take a closer look. How did you get involved in Startup Nation?
So I used to work for Ernst & Young in Tel Aviv as an accountant dealing with startups. I was exposed to hundreds of startups, technology and life science, pharma and many more. Then I had an amazing opportunity to relocate to New York to be in the heart of the tech ecosystem of the world. So I relocated to New York, and then I was exposed to the trend of Israeli startups that are expanding from Israel to New York, and I couldn't find a resource or a database that identify all of them. So I decided to create an interactive map and basically a platform that will map all of them, and from one hand will show the Israeli success to the world, from the other hand will help the Israeli entrepreneurs and founders to connect to the New York tech ecosystem, to investors, to partnerships, to customers, and to connect between themselves in the different sectors that they are expert in.
One of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that there actually is a lot of Israeli startups in New York. And your point is, I think, really important, that a lot of people don't understand the ecosystem, and relationships matter. What are you seeing in the industry in terms of the growth of Israeli startups now coming to New York?
So when I started with this platform 3.5 years ago, there were around 60 to 100 Israeli startups in New York. These days, more and more companies are expanding, and we have almost 300 Israeli startups in New York, and this number keeps growing every week. If I would say, the trends are a lot of Adtech and video companies, and in the last year, more and more cyber, big data and analytics, and more B2B companies are moving to New York. And there are two reasons why they choose New York. The first one is that their market is here. If you will success in New York, you will success anywhere. If it's mainly B2C, also B2B. And the second reason is that their investors, who these days are relevant for these companies, are in New York. So they come to be close to the investors, right, close to their business.
And having attended a number of tech conferences, it's actually amazing to see that now that there's these pavilions, these Israeli pavilions, that so the American tech startup scene is really taking a close look at Israeli startups. Why do you think Israelis are so innovative?
I agree. So first of all, in almost any conference you will have Israeli pavilion, and you will not have any other pavilion of any other country. So it's not that it's from some reason people are looking at the Israeli technology, admire it, know that Israel has an amazing talent, and basically it's like here we are located in the center of this conference, and everyone is coming to see the Israeli companies.
What do you see as some of the challenges when an Israeli startup comes to New York?
The main challenge is that an Israeli startup coming to New York, most chances is that someone here in New York already is doing almost the same thing as this startup, and he was already here with the connection, with his network, and we as Israelis have to come and be be familiar with a new culture, new way of doing business, knowing the network and the ecosystem. But what we have our strength is that we are helping each other. We are helping entrepreneur, even if he is doing he wants the same partnerships or same customers. We are helping each other, and it's a close and intimate even networking that helps us succeed here in New York.
And you're starting actually a new venture as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so 2 months ago I joined Salsa. It's south of Salome. It's a street in Tel Aviv. And basically it's the village square of the Israeli Adtech in Israel. It was founded by leaders from the Israeli Adtech ecosystem, managing partners of the largest VCs, executives, angel investors, and more. And we are expanding now to New York. We will have our amazing building in the heart of Manhattan. Within a year from now, we will act as an incubator together with a club of investors, entrepreneurs, and the tech ecosystem in New York. And until then, we will have an amazing space near this building so we can host startups and build our community here in New York.
So it's like the Yale Club meets like a co-working space.
Yes, exactly, like something like that, with an incubator to help and give business opportunities to the startups that will sit with us.
And what people really understand is that incubation is really critical for a company to mature. Like you have a concept, you might have a plan, but there might not be that mentorship. There might not be that understanding of like how to get to that next level. So that's really critical in sort of the ABCs of making things work.
Exactly, and more than that, because we are here in New York, it will not be only the things that you just mentioned, which are great things, and you are correct. It will be like a landing pad for startups, not only Israelis, but from all over the world who would like to expand to New York, and they will focus on their business, and we will help them in anything they need when they are moving to New York, even if it's an apartment or any other kind of real estate that they need for themselves. If it's a migration lawyer, a PR firm, a marketing, everything they need, we will give them this infrastructure, and on top of that, we will give them all the needed from their business perspective, the things that you mentioned.
As you can see, Startup Nation is transforming industries around the globe. This is Aaron Herman, and thank you for watching.